Hi, my name is Rudy Pedroza. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you some information that could possibly change your financial future. For sure, change the quality of your life. Economically out there, people are hurting like never before, not only here in North America, but across the world. In fact, here's a story that illustrates just that. I've got a great friend, Chris, who's worked really hard at his job. He's the type who shows up early and stays late. He recently met with his boss for the year-end review, and his boss quickly told him this. He said, "Chris, you've done an amazing job. You hit all the major benchmarks we asked you to, but we're going to have to cut your salary by $10,000. In fact, we're going to make it even harder for you to hit those bonuses." Chris was incredibly frustrated, and he goes, "You know what? I'm about to quit." His boss simply said this, "Chris, we got 40 other men and women who want the same job." The economic landscape has changed, not only for Chris, but for all of us. We no longer live in the manufacturer era or the technology era. See, technology changed the game. Those manufacturing jobs, they're not coming back. Why? We have robots that do the same job that men and women once did, but more efficiently. We live now what they call the production-based society. So it's no longer how many hours you're putting in. If you're putting in overtime, you have seniority. It's really what you produce. And if you're going to be paid on what you produce, doesn't it make sense to really build your own dream? Why put in 40, 50, 60 hours a week to build someone else's dream when you can take control of your financial future and build your own? The economic divide has widened like never before. The chasm between the rich and the poor and the middle class has never been greater. In fact, the middle class has shrunk year after year after year. I don't know if you remember this, but a few years back, they had the thing called Occupy Wall Street. They talked about the 99% and the 1%. Let's talk about that 1%. I found it very interesting that 1%, 74% of that 1%, what they all had in common, they all own their own business. So what are our options? Well, you can start a franchise. Usually that's going to cost you in the millions of dollars, if not more. I hope you have the land for that. Maybe you can start a brick and mortar business. Well, you can mortgage your home, borrow from friends and family, have to pay back those loans. And oh, by the way, now you're married to your job. Or you can look at the profession of network marketing, which I believe is the best option. You look at network marketing, the one thing about it is you don't have employees. When you don't have employees, you're not having to babysit those employees, right? You don't have to hire them or fire them. There's no inventory that you have to stock and hold and keep track of. You don't need an accountant. You don't need a lawyer. You don't need a janitor. All those things you don't have to worry about. You know why? Because the network marketing business you're part of will take care of it all for you. As you can see, the heavy lifting is done for you. But there's three key pieces that are still remaining. First and foremost, you need a system. You need a simple, duplicatable system. That's why my business partner and I got together and created the 5-Hour Plan. What's the next piece? Well, it's you. You're the marketing arm. You need to make the decision to get involved and choose the right vehicle. I know there's lots of noise out there, and where do I start? Where do I begin? What do I look for? What needs to be in place? Well, the fact of the matter is there's certain truths that have to be in place to ensure your success, but not only your success, the success of your team members that join you. Well, I couldn't think of anyone better to share those truths with you than my good friend and founder of Synergy Worldwide, Dan Higginson.
You know, people often ask me, with so many competitors out there and so many moving parts, what do you look for to get involved? How do I choose my home? And it's very simple. At Covey Leadership Center, I learned some valuable lessons. One of them is the 5 core competencies of any business. Now, this isn't me speaking or Dr. Covey or anybody else. This is what they do on Wall Street every day. These brokers and these analysts will look at a company. They'll measure that company, their leadership. They'll measure their financial stability. They'll measure their hedgehog, what they're good at. They'll measure all those things about the company. And then what they do is they'll look at the timing in the marketplace. Is that timing right for this company? Even furthermore, they'll look at the product they're offering. Is that product something that's in front of the trends? Is it going to stay ahead of the trends? Is it going to have a long-term benefit in the trends? Then they're going to look at the way they're compensated, treat people, and the culture of that company. So today I want to talk about what those 5 core competencies are, and I want to prove to you from a factual base, why Synergy, why now? Number 1, who is this company? Well, this company, Synergy Worldwide, was acquired by Nature's Sunshine back on November 1st of 2000. Since then, this company has become a part of the Nature's Sunshine family, which overnight put us in a debt-free category. put us in millions and millions and millions of dollars in cash and liquid assets, debt-free, publicly held on the NASDAQ exchange, literally the number one manufacturing institution around, has been awarded many times being the number one manufacturing company around. And so right there, we had a bed of real impressive long-term health of a company. Second, we look at the timing in the marketplace. Let's talk about that. Let's be realistic with each other. Since the Great Depression, there's never been more uncertain times in our financial sector. And not just here in the United States of America, but worldwide. People are concerned. So what are they doing? They're looking for that home-based business opportunity that Rudy talked to you about. They're looking for it to be a part of that 1 percentile. And as you look at the timing in the marketplace, you can see that people want to be their own bosses. They don't trust anybody anymore. They don't trust the corporate culture. They want to be home-based business owners. They want to control their destiny and their dynasty. And they have that choice to make that happen. The timing in Synergy has never been better for this because of the global economic marketplace. Now, if we were talking early 90s, everybody was making money in the stock market, it'd be a different story. But today, we're talking about reality. And what I love about Synergy is when you look at the timing, you got to look at the product that are being offered. The product's the third key component. And if you look at the product Synergy Worldwide offers, we cover from the brain to the big toe. But more importantly, we're not talking about real trends. We're talking about trends that are going to last forever. Trends that are happening every day and they're not changing. In fact, they're calling the nutritional complex world the next trillion-dollar industry. Many experts have called it the next trillion-dollar industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry as we speak today. We're talking about cardiovascular health. We're talking about weight loss. We're talking about diabetes. We're talking about epidemics all around us. Everywhere we look, we don't have to look far. Right in our own families, we're going to find these elements. So the product's got to be centered towards the timing of this company, and also, who is this company, Synergy Worldwide? Who is Nature's Sunshine? Where have they been? What have they done? And when you can analyze and really come down and zero in on those three components right there, then really you're just missing two. The last two are vitally important though. The fourth one is trends. What are trends? Let's talk about a few things that happened to me in my lifetime. When I was a young boy, everybody wanted the Davy Crockett hat. Everybody had to have it. Everybody wanted to put that little squirrel tail on their head and run around. And most of you, if you're being honest, could probably find one in your attic today. But it came and went. It was based on the Davy Crockett theory or the Davy Crockett boom. Then we fast forward to Pokemon. I remember going to Japan many times and my daughter begging me to bring home Pokemon dolls. And today my daughter doesn't care about Pokemon. It was brilliant. Whoever invented Pokemon's probably become financially independent, probably in that 1 percentile. But Pokemon doesn't exist and it's of zero interest to my daughter who's now 17. But her health is everything. My daughter is more concerned about her health today than ever before. We are battling with ailments and diseases that we'd never heard about when I was a young man. I never heard of fibromyalgia, Epstein-Barr, chronic fatigue syndrome. Those are things I just didn't hear of growing up. Now, I'm sure they existed, but today they're epidemics. Why? Because we've changed the way we process food. We've changed where we get our foods. We've changed all the different climates around us, the free radical damage in the air, and all the things that are going on. And here we have solutions. Now, do we cure anything? No. We don't try to. We simply provide the greatest wholesome nutrition for the human body. And we do it in such a way that you have a 121-day money-back guarantee just to try that nutrition and see if it can benefit or bless your life. So the product is essential. What our key flagship product is called Pro-Arginine Plus and the V3 system. But the Pro-Arginine Plus was based on Nobel Prize in Medicine Science when they discovered the conversion of L-arginine to nitric oxide in the system. Why is this so prevalent for me? Is because I come from a family plagued with heart disease. It is something that I'm very concerned about on a regular basis. It is something that I've watched my grandfather go through open heart surgery, my father, and now here I am, the oldest son of 5 boys, who has to lead by example and know that I have the genetic code that's not good. And so when I can take a product like Pro-Arginine Plus and utilize it in my body and get the results that I've received, then I become a passionate product of the product. That's the name of this business. Being your home-based business, you've got to be a passionate product user. You've got to be a product of the product. So I am so honored and excited to be sitting in an environment where I feel blessed and lucky, frankly, that Nature's Sunshine came along to give me that debt-free environment, to give me the perfect opportunity and timing in a marketplace where people are searching for hope and happiness, and to have a product that is addressing a trend that's not going to end. See, this isn't Pokemon. This isn't Davy Crockett. This is life altering. This is about you as an individual and what your next 20, 30, and hopefully 70 years, 80 years look like. We are in an epidemic of unhealthy people in America, the most obese nation. Children are coming down with, are being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I never ever heard of that as a child. And now type 2 diabetics are rampant. Almost everybody you talk to is hypoglycemic, type 2 diabetic, doing something. If they don't change their diet or their exercise regimen, they're in trouble. So the last component, the fifth and most important component to go in the convergence factor is this. How do we compensate and treat people? Well, I'm here to tell you as a home-based business owner in Synergy Worldwide, you're a part of a compensation plan called the Dual Linear Mega Match Compensation Plan. What we did is we changed the paradigm. We had a paradigm shift from traditional network marketing back in 1999. We discovered a way to pay on one leg and give you a matching bonus on the people you want to partner with and care about and love and adore and cherish the rest of your life. Not 5 levels deep or 7 levels deep or 10 levels deep like some companies, but infinitely deep, based on a cap and a parameter that protects the company and its integrity. We have had unbelievable success in 26 countries with this compensation system. But the beautiful thing is the success comes from you, the individual, choosing to get involved in a home-based business, understanding that the 5 core competencies that I've just explained to you are indeed facts. Look it up. We're publicly held. NATR is our ticker symbol. You want to learn about our product? You can talk to Dr. Joseph Prendergast. You can talk to Dr. Siva, Dr. Berger. You can talk to our Health Sciences division, which is one of the best in the world. It's remarkable. You can talk about our product, ProArgi-9, and go to the physician's desk reference and look at it yourself. It's published in the PDR. Unbelievable because of the efficacy and the strength and the unbelievable nutritional benefits of ProArgi-9 Plus. I could talk about product for the next 8 hours. I could talk about Mystica, and I could talk about E9 and our Slim Smart system, which is, in my opinion, going to address the very needs of over half of our country because we're an obese nation. And the Slim Smart system has been based on 14 years of thought out science. Unbelievable. And so when we can wrap that into a compensation plan called the Dual Linear Mega Match, and you can go handpick the partners you want, and you can work with those partners on a monthly basis, and what we're doing is a simple 5-hour plan to go out there and show people what they need to do in this 5-hour system to change their life. I promise you, you'll find miracles happen because of your hard work and discipline. Now, is this easy? No. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But I can promise you this, if you'll follow the 5-hour system, if you'll guide yourself, if you'll stay on the personal growth and development side, if you'll read things and learn in the moment of the things that matter most in your life, how to live life like it's your last day, how to love, how to learn, grow, and develop, and most important, how to have left a legacy on many people that you've come in contact with. Imagine just helping one person with their health. Imagine just helping one person find that extra $250,000 to $25,000 extra a month that saved their life, that maybe pulled them out of financial devastation, if you will. Just imagine that. And imagine from what Rudy Pedroza has so eloquently shared with you today, that it's true. 1% of America. And of that 1%, that high percentage of those who are entrepreneurs, home-based business owners of their own business that control their own destiny. Why is that percentage so high? And why is network marketing so elevated? It's unbelievable where we are today. Get with the person that shared this DVD with you. Absolutely follow up with them. Make sure they understand what the 5-hour plan is and set your goals, dreams. Don't let anybody steal them from you. Synergy is the place. Now is the time. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I look forward to meeting you soon in your market. Thanks so much.